Hey, this is Brian. We're going to be going over grace and addiction today. Got my little handy helper here, Elijah, who's going to help me today. As I read through this book, at least the first chapter, I really think it comes along at a great time in ministry because we just launched our Celebrate Recovery, and it's been kind of groundbreaking for us. What really struck me because as we're going through this is that Rick Warren defined Celebrate Recovery just not as an addiction thing, but it's actually a discipleship model. So that's why I'm really looking forward to going through this. Is this has some spiritual implications when it comes to discipleship. And I'm going to go through a little bit of the definitions. Addiction. I define it as a state of compulsion or obsession or preoccupation that enslaves a person, their will and desire. Through freedom, we have this capacity to love. Addiction can be really anything that binds our ability to love one another. Bondage, to me, is the idea of being bound or enslaved. Recovery, I like what the book said, is that Augustine gave the example of having our hands full of stuff. And Augustine said, we may not be able to make our hands completely empty in order to receive the gifts of grace, but we can choose whether to relax our hands a little or to keep them clenched even more tightly. And that really explains to me the idea of being restored to health. We have this ability to choose whether to clench on to our addictions or to let them go. And then deliverance, this means complete salvation. It's an experience the freedom from the addiction where it really no longer has control over you. I've had some areas for recovery and addiction that I've had to deal with. My father is a recovering alcoholic, and one thing I think I've learned from the addiction part is that there's always this part that you never know if it's going to come back or not. For my father, who's that recovering alcoholic, he's overcome it in many stages, but there was always that fear, and he has slipped back into that. And I think that's where we come back, where he's never really truly experienced the true freedom, the actual deliverance from it, because there's always that possibility of him going back to that. And that's kind of why I'm really excited for our church to really explore Celebrate Recovery, because it's going to be huge for us. Even me personally, looking at this as something that I posted today on my Facebook page, is that I think I looked at our Celebrate Recovery as something to people that really have the true heart addictions like drugs and alcohol. And it made me do a little introspection on myself to say that everything can be an addiction. That's why I liked one part of the book on page 11 says, to be alive is to be addicted, and to be alive and addicted is to stand in the need of grace. And so I've been kind of contemplating the things that have reigned in my life and sins that I need to deal with. It's just not for one person. It's like Celebrate Recovery. It's just not for those hardcore addicts. Everybody has a hurt, habit, or hang-up that they're having to deal with. So I'm very much, what's really funny is that I run a small group myself, and it made me stop and really think, and actually I had to contact my lead pastor this morning, tell him, well, I think God's shooting me a sign here that maybe I need to plug into the Celebrate Recovery on Monday nights that we do. So that was kind of convicting and just kind of all lined up at the same time. So I'm looking forward not only to that, but to the rest of this class and see how all this plays a part in our spiritual development and, more importantly, discipleship. Thank you.